Alright guys, we're back here in Modern Warfare Zombies, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Reclaimer 18 here in Season 5 Reloaded. This thing actually just received a pretty significant buff considering this thing was already really OP. I'm pretty excited to come in here and check this thing out, and you know what? This actually isn't even completely the star of today's show. I'm going to show you guys something that you can use for some incredibly easy Dark Ethers. As always, we're going to be doing some testing with this thing inside of the main map, and I'm going to be going over the loadout a bit, but I'm also going to be talking about some things here in Season 5 Reloaded. I do need a little bit of a change of pace today. We've ended up doing the new Dark Aether so many times lately, so we're going to be going inside of the Season 2 Reloaded Elder Dark Aether today. Plus, it would be nice to get my hands on some more mag holding and some VR11. With that, welcome back to the channel, everybody. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. Appreciate everybody that sauced by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything Call of Duty, rock the hell out of that like button for me and subscribe to the channel, guys. Just hit 22,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the crazy love and support. We're already on the road to 23,000, and I know you guys are going to make it happen soon. I can't wait to go over everything about this run and this loadout after a real brief word from today's sponsor. You're looking to unlock MW3 camos like Interstellar or Borealis completely legit, or the Warzone rewards including Royal Helix or the Decipher camos? Maybe you just don't have the time to unlock all those best schematics from Modern Warfare Zombies? It can even help get you any of those nuke skins? Then look no further than Mitch Cactus. The biggest and most reliable sellers out there with services for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. With all the great reviews on Trustpilot, you guys should definitely check them out. Be sure to use code REALG for a limited time only. But yeah guys, one of the best shotguns here in Modern Warfare Zombies just got a pretty significant buff, but it also received a tiny nerf at the same time. I'm going to toss this up on the screen right here so you guys can see it. We no longer have that extra ammo capacity that it had when it was pack-a-punched, but this thing is doing a little bit more damage than it was before. And I really gotta say guys, taking out these HVTs and like the Mega Abomination bosses and whatnot actually feels really good. If you do have Maga holding on this thing, you're honestly not even going to notice the ammo capacity. Altogether with Maga holding, you're going to be sitting on 155 slugs. This thing is really damn powerful, like one-shotting zombies on the red tier zone, so you're really not going to notice the ammo that much. You can definitely hang out comfortably inside of the red tier zone with this thing and get any contract done that we want. Like I said, most of the time you are going to be one-shotting almost every zombie inside of the red tier zone. Sometimes those armored zombies take 2 shots. Between the mobility and sheer power that this shotgun has, honestly, this is hands down one of the best weapons in the game. I'm going to end up redoing that top 5 list here very soon, and I have a feeling this one's probably going to be on that list. Now we are here inside of the Dark Aether, and this is one of the main things that I wanted to go over with you guys today is the Disciple bottle. This is one of our new schematics that we just ended up getting with Season 5 Reloaded that you can get out of the brand new Dark Aether, and this thing is kind of OP. And if you really want my opinion, I think right now this is the best companion that you can have with you out of all the 3 of them that we have. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the friendly Hellhound, especially when this game first came out. That thing was tough as nails. It would follow you all the way through the match. Now it's kind of hard to make it through a single contract with the Hellhound. Now it doesn't even really matter which tier of Hellhound that you have, they all die pretty damn quickly. Now especially if you're getting ready to do one of these HVT contracts, and if you get a Mega Abomination, the Mega Abomination will completely ignore you and just focus on your Hellhound until it's dead. With the Mega Abomination, trust me, it really doesn't take him too long to kill your Hellhound. It seemed like he was distracted a little bit with the Disciple, but not as much as the Hellhound. At least with this guy, he actually chose to beam me a couple times, so I was easily able to take those heads off, which this shotgun actually does incredible with, by the way. The way to get me to absolutely fall in love with the weapon in this game is that if it's able to take out the Mega Abominations quickly, because those things can be making some of your contracts and just some of the hardest stuff to do in this game even harder. If I can take out these guys relatively quickly, like while I'm trying to do stuff, that's just all the better. Nothing quite like trying to do an escort contract solo and you got Mega Abominations just trailing you. It's just not fun. But guys, to my surprise, not only did this Disciple actually make it through the Mega Abomination fight, but he actually was almost at full health still. He was actually doing some damage to the Mega Abomination too, like he was actually helping me. But I feel like with the Sergeant's Beret, sometimes the soldier will end up like shooting at some zombies here and there, but I feel like he doesn't really do very much. He just kind of stands around and shoots at a couple of the zombies here and there. This Disciple was just going around just putting in absolute work. This guy had ops out here and he was definitely dealing with them. Now guys, the loot out of this contract was definitely awesome. We ended up getting that Maga holding, which is what I really wanted by coming in here. We would have gotten that Bloodburner key schematic, and we got another Elder Sigil so we can make another one. I got a few of those things built up now. Definitely a pretty good loophole out of the first contract, I'll say that. A crazy good thing about this Dark Aether in particular is that you can end up finding any of the acquisitions from any of the Dark Aethers. That's one of my favorite things about this Dark Aether, which honestly kind of makes it my favorite Dark Aether. While I think Season 5 Reloaded's Dark Aether might be my favorite aesthetic-wise, this one is just my favorite from a gameplay perspective. Especially when I want to just farm up some really good legendary easy loot. This has just definitely always been my go-to. This is my first run in here since the Season 5 Reloaded update, so I don't know if we're going to be finding finding those brand new acquisitions in here yet, you can definitely find everything from like Season 1, from Season 2, and from Season 3 inside of here. Well, I've pulled many of Aether blades, golden armor plates, dog bones, we've gotten the Sergeant's beret out of here, we've even found the dead wire detonators. Now, of course, the ones that are actually tied to this dark Aether, you're more likely to get those, but it is possible to get everything else. Now, guys, I gotta say, this is where this thing absolutely kind of blew my mind. What I used to love doing is coming in here with a dog bone, and then I would pop it and I would take him into the Outlast, because he would survive through like the majority of the Outlast and be my decoy. It just makes these Outlast contracts way easier to do. I mean, especially if you guys are solo, it'll just keep all of these zombies off of you. This Disciple pretty much did exactly that, but he did it like 10 times better. Not only did he end up keeping like 90% of the zombies off of me while I was in here, but he was just wrecking them too. Definitely one of the easiest times I've had doing one of these contracts, so I gotta say, you wanted some easy contracts instead of the dark Aether, bring a Disciple, man. The loot out of this contract wasn't that bad either. We ended up getting a VR11, which was one of the other things I needed. We got Bloodburner schematic keys, and then we got another Elder Sigil, so I'll definitely take those. Even after all of this, our Disciple is still alive and kicking, and we went off to go do our Aether extractor contracts, and even after we were done with these, he was still alive. This man actually followed me all the way to the exfil and actually assured that I went through the dark Aether completely safely. Now, the one thing I haven't tested with this guy, which I should have done while I was in here because I had a couple of extra self revives, I should have tested it if I went down, if he would have revived me. I have heard from a few players that he doesn't res you, but you know, I was kind of thinking that with a soldier at first. I do remember when the Sergeant's Beret first came out, he would not res me no matter what. And I tested this, there was a couple of times he actually just let me straight up blade out. I think he was kind of glitchy at first when they first brought him in. I think there was something to do, like if you were too close to a building, he wouldn't res you, or if there was too many zombies around, he wouldn't res you. I'm not gonna lie, it's still a little bit buggy now, but they kind of fixed it a little bit, and now he actually picks you up. So I think, I'm not 100% certain on this, I think all of our friendly companions are supposed to have the ability to res you. They just might be a little bit glitchy and buggy. I really did have a lot of fun with this shotgun today, guys. With this shotgun, it's almost the same as all of the rest of them. What's gonna be making this thing powerful is gonna be the slug rounds. That is gonna be the #1 most important attachment that you put on this thing. The rest of it's kind of up to you. We will have a loadout at the end of the video if you guys want to check that out. Only couple of suggestions would be to be sure to use either an epic or a legendary Aether tool, or else this thing might feel a little bit underwhelming inside of the red tier zones or inside of the dark Aether. And secondly, just throw on a MAGA holding if you have it, but it's not necessarily necessary. Still end up just absolutely destroying things. It just is a little bit better with it. With that, I appreciate everybody that took the time out of their day to watch the video. It honestly truly does mean the world to me. Please drop a like on it if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.